Good afternoon, my people. Welcome to some Train Sim Mod 5. It's good to see you lot. ASR, Nabil, Sammy, how are you all doing? Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. I hope your Fridays are going well so far. British Rail spread the word. I'm not gonna lie, when we were talking about it earlier on, I actually Fridays. I actually wanted to I wanted to jump on it, I'll be honest. I really wanted to jump on it. Which is mad. I'll be honest. Especially having not played it for as long as I have, since April, I think it was. Crazy. Have I seen the North London line stream? I have. Not all of it. I've watched up to... I'll tell you. It should be on my homepage. It is. I've watched 1 hour and 16 minutes of it. So about halfway. Just before halfway. From what I saw so far, as far as I've watched, I was impressed. I mean, to be fair, yeah. Aside from like the standard like livery, not the liveries, but like the layers and I don't know, my game just did that. The layers and the busy timetable. It's pretty much your basic kind of like. It's not like they're all the same in terms of like what they offer, the base experience. They're all the same realistically in it. Like there's few that really will blow you away compared to the rest of them. One guy built it, yeah, Johannes. The work of one guy, which is very impressive. I mean, you can't deny that. It's very, very impressive, especially when you see something. Well, especially when you see what some other teams develop, teams that have had many years of experience developing for TSW and the like. Yeah, very impressive. Very, very impressive. I've got one more scenario to do for the F59PHR, and I think that's all it adds, isn't it? It's 3 scenarios for Antelope Valley line, and that's it. I don't think it adds anything for the San Bernardino line. Yeah, nah. So yeah, so we'll do the final scenario, and then we'll go into Mittenwaldbahn and do the journey mode. Oh, tell a lie. There's a whole journey mode for the F59PHR. Okay. So, to be honest, I don't think we'll actually be doing any Mittenwaldbahn today in that case. I don't think we'll be doing any Mittenwaldbahn. We'll do the last scenario and then get started on the journey mode. I'm so sure I checked for a journey mode and I didn't see one. Maybe I just checked San Bernardino. He's put a model from Transport Fever. You know what? It is funny. It is a funny thing. And obviously, from what I could see, obviously the stream was, it's not like seeing it in 4K in front of my eyes. But it did look like a fairly lower quality model than all the other trains. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much because it's not going to be driven by us. We can't even get near it. But I don't care. Like, it's there. Like, I'm happy that he did. I don't want to say what he could, because at the end of the day, he could have created the model from scratch. But realistically, that's not really feasible for one person doing all the work and releasing the route within a sufficient amount of time. Isn't this route done, by the way, the Caltrain one? It's gone now. But I love it's the mentality. He said he's going to do it by any means necessary. So if it meant bringing in a model from Transport Fever, F it. It is what it is, I'd rather that than nothing. I'll keep it real. Right, welcome to Vista Canyon. You're going to be driving this farewell service to LA Union Station. Make sure to give the fans a good show with plenty of horns en route. No. Is that a River reference? Hey, listen, if you lot feel like I'm shooting shots at River or whatever, that says much more about them and the people's opinion of them than it does about me. If you took that as a river as shots at river, I will neither confirm nor deny. It's just something that speaks a lot on its own, you know. You know, I was talking to Nerd yesterday on stream, right? I no longer feel like that camera's too big. Now it looks like the CCTV camera. It looks like a normal sized camera. But before I felt like it was really big, really big. See now, I believe I'm gonna have to turn the game sound down a little bit, right? Because it's a little bit too loud. I've turned it down a little bit. If it's too quiet or still too loud, let me know. The F59PHR substitutes into passenger services on both San Benito and Nassau Valley Line. Thank you, Nabil, for the clarification. Oh my god. So I've been playing at 4K okay, thanks to help from nerds. While I'm streaming, I mean. But I just felt like I wanted to play it safe today, and so I'm back down to 1440p. If you're eagle-eyed, you'll notice a difference. If not, then it'll be alright. Fingers crossed. Hopefully. If I get lucky, I'll have a streaming PC and a monitor for it by this time next week. Sammy, I know you're based around London, mate. If you hear of anyone, you know, selling a PC that can stream for a decent little price, or a monitor, you know, a nice 4K monitor preferably, let me know. Vampire Survivors. See, that's two games now, because there's a game that nerds really excited about, Isle of something, and now you're telling me about Vampire Survivors. And if you don't tell me a game's good and it's worth trying out, I will take your word for it. I started breaking way too late. Opinion on TSW VR. I haven't seen it aside from like the material that we saw when the information about it first came out. I'll be honest with you though, I haven't really seen anything. I don't really have much interest in it as well. Specialized in high-end builds. I'll tell you what I'm looking for right now, Sammy. I'm looking for a decent deal on Gumtree, mate. That's sort of where I'm aiming at. If it's high end, it's something I'd be building myself. But I'm looking for like, I'm looking to spend no more than like 500 around thereabouts, for the PC by itself, and then a bit more for the monitor. That's sort of my ballpark. You picked it up for £2. I'll be honest with you. I've got about 60p in my account right now, so I can't even afford that. Looked at the clock and what I thought was an hour later, and 5 hours had gone past. Really, like that? What's like? What type of game is it? What are we dealing with? Oh yeah. So I saw that. On the Discord. The Thomas prices. I can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm surprised. Oh, this is a long ass train. No wonder it's been taking so long to slow down. I was doing a scenario yesterday and using dynamic brakes, and it was like fine. The dynamic brakes worked so well, but it was like the scenario was driving like 4 or 5 of these joined together, and that was it. No, Nabil, 500 around 500 for the PC. The PC by itself. If I'm lucky, I'll get a PC and monitor bundle. I've seen that a few times for a decent price. Otherwise, I can pick up like a 60 hertz 4K monitor for cheap. It doesn't need to be anything special. I would, my absolute preference, if I'm being honest, would be a laptop. I would like a laptop, something that I could potentially take with me. But I don't think I'm going to go down that path. Yes, Nabil, I know you have a laptop. I am not familiar with the bullet hell genre, Sammy. No, not at all. Thomas the Friend's £25.99. No, isn't it £21.99? And then yeah, €25.99. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll keep it real with you lot. I think I'm gonna pick it up. Whether I'm gonna buy it or not, I don't know. But I might pick it up for the sake of content. Surely it would do well, right? You'd think. Yes, ASR, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely intended to start buying things legit, and I did. And for you lot to know, and I'm gonna expose myself here, but for you lot to know that I truly did intend to get all the DLCs legit, I have bought, since I've been working and getting paid, I have purchased 5 Circle, the Class 380, and something else. And to add insult to injury, that was days before they went on sale. So I bought them. I bought 5 Circle at full price. There was a reason for it. I don't remember what it was, but there was a reason for it. It made sense at the time. But it's 2D top-down view. Okay, fair enough, Sammy. I will say I've never been interested in this type of games. However, there is that zombie one. I forgot the name of it, but it's a top down. I think it's 3D. It's 3D but top down style. It's a very popular one. You'll know. I'm sure you'll know instantly which one I'm talking about. And I was interested in that for a while, and I was close to buying it, but it just never. There was just a bit more that I needed to feel from it, and I just didn't. Yeah, do post some pics. Yeah, do post some pics. Because I'm sure that there'll be others that will see that who would actually be into that kind of thing. ASR, I can't name them, my friends. I can't name them. But according to Steam, I have 81. I own 81. Interesting, Sammy. So had you not really been like have you not really been one that's enjoyed that kind of style of gameplay, like the whole 2D um bird's eye view kind of thing? Hello, Transport Legend. How you doing, mate? So strange to see you on Twitch. I'll get used to it eventually. Nabil, I'm not gonna answer it. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm a bit conflicted about North London Line coming out on a Tuesday, because I did want to spend some time playing Assetto Corsa, and I won't really get a chance to do that now. This is a hell of a formation, by the way. It's basically two full formations together. Glad that you're doing well, mate. I'm doing good, thank you. Other than a very, very minor cough now, I'm practically good, back on my feet. Called R-Type. Never heard of it. Lost the reflexes needed, really? I didn't know you needed reflexes like that. I know there are a few that obviously... Well, I think a lot of them were shooting based, right? So you would need to move out the way quite quickly, I guess. But I didn't think it would be that important. Oh snap! I won't have money until Wednesday, ASR. So we'll do the giveaway on Monday. Sorry, we'll do the giveaway on Wednesday. Wait, Wednesday's gonna be the 5th, right? I get paid on the 5th. I believe it's a Wednesday. Yeah. So we'll do the giveaway there. Then. Hello, Connor. How you doing? I'm doing good, thank you, mate. Reflex is not needed. Yeah, I mean, if we're dealing with PZB, for example, that's one where reflexes are handy. I wouldn't say you need super quick reflexes, but you know, would be handy to have some form of reflex. Thoughts on the F59PHR? Honestly, I like it. I feel like the sounds are quite good. I have no clue what the real thing sounds like, but it sounds pretty good. Joint sounds are really, really nice. Physics seem like what you'd expect. It's pretty easy to drive, in my opinion. Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. What are your guys' thoughts on the F59PHR, those of you who own it? Wait for 1 minute, okay. So we're not going to open the doors or anything. Also, wait for 1 minute is very annoying because that's not actually tied to a certain time. It's literally just wait 1 minute, no matter what time you get here. So, what's the purpose? What tells you all you need about Dovetail, Nabil? It looks like a depressing box that your users will get delivered in. I mean, fair enough, I guess. It doesn't have the funnest livery. It's a very, very basic. You know, it looks like somebody's first attempt at using delivery designer. But hey, if that's what the real thing is like, then you know, is what it is. Okay, that was it. We just stopped for a minute, and we are now on our way again. With a bit of a rollback. Falling asleep or playing trains in Worlds. That's nothing new. I haven't tried C2C Connor, no, because it's not in the game, mate. I've tried it in real life. Well, Transport Legends, that's why, mate. You get yourself a PC, get God mode, and you can just fast forward time. Or you can just skip that instruction altogether. Faithful to PS5, hey, each of their own, innit? To be fair, I'm getting one myself soon, so I'll join ya. God forbid I even think about downloading TSW on it though. I mean, ironically enough, I'm playing with a PS5 controller, but I fear. Well, I don't fear. I think it's. I think we can argue. We can agree it's facts. The experience would be a little bit worse without any mods, without anything to make the game better. That's not from a an official third party. Jailbreak it. I have tried Train Sim Classic. Yes, Connor. I do want to get back into it. But right now, I don't see how I'm going to find the time to do that. Sammy, so what is it, bro? Like, is it just that you keep pushing your tolerance? Is it that your tolerance never increases? Like, how is it that you still, you still get such a kick out of them? It's a good thing, by the way. I envy you. Hello, Brody. Is the F59 worth it? How much does it cost again? I forgot how much it costs. If it's like £12, or whatever the dollar or euro equivalent, $20. So, my idea of worth it and your idea of worth it might be a bit different. Talking with regards to my own, idea of worth it, not for $20. I would say wait for a sale. It's a very good loco. Don't get me wrong. It's not. I haven't encountered any bugs. It comes with 3, decently good scenarios. A 10-part journey mode for Antelope Valley Line. Quite a lot of gameplay. Sounds are good. Physics seem pretty good. $20 is pretty steep though, in my opinion, for any loco DLC. So the reason I would say it's not worth it at full price is just because of that. I don't have any issue with the loco itself. I just don't think locos in general should be that high. However, it's a good DLC in its own right. It's a good DLC, so it just depends on you. Are you content with spending $20 on a good loco DLC? I personally would wait for a sale. Thoughts on you starting up a TikTok and streaming on Twitch? Go for it. If it's something you want to do, Transport Legend, go for it. But do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you want to make money off it, or because you can definitely have goals in mind, but do it because you want to do it. And don't think you're gonna get even one person in chat saying anything on your first stream. It takes a while. It takes a while to grow. So that's why if you're gonna do it, You have to do it with a certain mentality, otherwise you'll be frustrated very quickly. Very, very quickly. Thank you very much for the follow, Brody. I accidentally, my whole system's locked up. Out of habit, I tried to press on my iPad, which took the mouse from the screen. Have on take the edge off. I absolutely love that term, take the edge off. Eat 7 to go to another planet, bro. I had one when I was in Greece, one little gummy, and yeah, I was gone. Hey, hello CP, how you doing, mate? I haven't forgotten about the Expert 101 though, Bill, trust me. It's just it's just that yeah, the current topic is this one, innit? So, but don't worry, I've got thoughts for that DLC too. You have a fictional railroad and so bad you want it in your fleet. I mean, Brody, like I said, it's completely up to you, innit? If you feel like $20 is fine for a Loco DLC, go for it. Because the Loco itself is pretty good. What comes with it is pretty good. You know, it's not like a buggy mess as we've gotten, you know, sometimes in the past. It's a good Loco. So, you know, if $20 is fine for you for a Loco, go for it, man. Thank you, Sammy, for the pics. Wait, who did you say happy birthday to, Sammy? Whose birthday is it? I'd love to see a 91 in the game, to be fair. I've never actually like ridden on a train with it as a Loco, but I've seen them a few times and it just looked flipping cool. And timeless. How much will I pay for the Vodge DLC? 15, 20 quid? If it costs more, I'm probably going to pay it, but I think 15, 20 quid would be decent. Hello, Simon. How you doing, mate? I can press L for lights. Thank you, Brody. I try to use the buttons in the train when I can. And then when I can't be bothered, I use keybinds. I believe the lights are on. The lights are on. We set them up at the beginning of the service. You went on a school trip to... Oh, really? How is it, CP? You hate this route because how slow it is. Yeah, bro, listen, it's not the most exciting route, mate. I've heard many an opinion against it. Understandably so. But, you know, it is what it is. That's the beauty of variety, innit? You got fast lines in the game. You've got slow lines. You've got trains with DMUs, EMUs, with locos. You've got mountainous routes. You've got flat routes. Whatever you bloody want. Oh, happy birthday, Transport Legend. Sorry, bro. I completely missed when you mentioned that. That's when I was having a mare with my screen. Wait, your birthday was on the 23rd of February, Nabil. You did not tell me that. I had no idea. Happy birthday, bro. Happy belated. Oh, cab lights, Brody. I'm not gonna turn them on. I don't think there's a need. It's light enough. Daytime. When we're in the tunnels, we're never there for too long. So, unless it's like nighttime, and even in the nighttime, I do try to restrict how bright the whole scene is. I feel like it's very atmospheric when you've got like one low desk light. What do you mean you thought I knew? How would I know? How would I know if you don't tell me? What, you thought it would be normal for me to know it's your birthday and not say anything? It's what I support Benfica by sporting stadium also. You know what? The cool thing about going to a stadium is that you could even look. I've been to stadiums that aren't Old Trafford. I've actually never been to Old Trafford, to be honest, but I've been to other stadiums and it's always been a sick experience. There's just something about being in a stadium. I got a Santa Fe F7 and it comes with a B unit and it slaps. I have it. I've never driven that low code, if I'm being honest though. Looking forward to Tuesday's release. So am I, Simon. I'll be honest, mate. It's gonna be a week of North London line on the channel here, so get ready. You really, Wayne? I think it's gonna be interesting. I don't think they're gonna be able to get them all. Not like there's gonna be millions, but at some point you have to give up, right? Welcome to the stream, by the way. I hope you're doing well. On your snap, no, but I don't look. I don't spy out your details. I told you I don't use Snapchat. I told you. So if you posted on there, I'd have no idea, bro. I don't use Snapchat. Well, Sammy, am I Man U? I don't think so. I don't know. I used to be. If I have to, I'd say yes. But I don't watch football. I haven't watched football in about 3 years. 3 or 4 years. So I don't know if I can say I support a football team at this point. But yes, I was a United supporter. And if I do go back to watching footy, of course, you know, there's only going to be one option. Metal sued people for putting Thomas into Skyrim. It's not that deep. I do understand protecting your IP, but brother, it's not that deep. Yeah, fair enough, Nabil. Well, why did you create it if you don't intend to use it? What do you mean if you know the rivalry, you know ASR? What, Barca and Real? Who doesn't know the rivalry? Even if you've never watched football in your life, you know Barca and Real. Derby for you, Sammy. You know what? I feel like supporting a team that's not in the Prem probably gives you a better peace of mind, to be completely honest. Then there was a previous. Yeah, fair enough, Simon. I mean, I've watched about half of it, and I don't think I don't think you've really missed out on much. It's interesting hearing Johannes speak, and he spoke about his experience joining, becoming an official studio. And he went into quite a bit of detail. That was interesting to hear. But with regards to the route itself, I don't think you haven't missed out on much. You haven't missed out on much. Initially to check out what you're missing out on. Fair enough. I mean, if it was about like 10 years ago, maybe, when Snapchat was actually popping. I mean, the weird thing is to me now, it's like there's people that really, really use it, like hardcore, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel like you get to an age where, I'm not going to judge and dictate what age people should stop using certain apps, but I feel like after like 25, I don't know. I personally couldn't use Snapchat proudly and say that I use it proudly. Was your hand is a modder? For Transport Fever, Sammy, yeah. Nabil beat me to it. I can imagine it being very exciting, ASR. There is a part of me that does envy, I do miss properly being into footy and, being excited by certain matches and competitions and stuff. But it's not worth the detriment to my mental health. And that's not a joke either. I went through a bad bout of depression in 2021, 22, and United had a big part to play in that. That was the main reason I stopped watching football. You couldn't have you couldn't have peace of mind, and really have your heart with that team, and be okay. Impossible. Alright, Transport Legend, no worries, mate. This stream is probably gonna end at around 6, so if you're still streaming by then, I'll give you a raid. Also, if I remember as well, I could forget. So don't feel away if you are still streaming and I don't raid you. I proudly use Roblox. To be fair, Sam. To be fair, Wayne. Yeah, I was judging it hard, and then I gave it a go, which I think is the right way to go about things. I gave it a go, and it turns out it's a lot better than what I thought it was. I was judging it based on an idea I had of it from more than a decade ago, and it's definitely a lot better. The last game I played was like a trolley bus game the other day, and as much as it was frustrating to me, the detail of that game, setting up your bus, connecting the wires to the to the lines, connecting the poles, sorry, to the lines above, like, it was very well made. Very, very, very well made. You're still gonna have the brain rot, you're still gonna have the AIDS, but credit where credit's due, innit? Credit where credit's due. Ultimately, British Railways does some things better than TSW. So, how critical can I be realistically when some things on Roblox are better done than they are in a sim? Well, Wayne, obviously, yes, there is, it is a fair argument and a fair complaint that the route doesn't go all the way. However, if I'm not mistaken, the time it's going to take between A and B is about the same as the suffragette line. And so, it's not like it's going to be 5 minutes A to B. And there's going to be constantly AI, whether it's freight services, whether it's the 166, whether it's the 710 doing Elizabeth line or Greater Anglia, whether it's the DLR, whether it's the Class 710. Tons of activity. And you're cutting through the city, so it's full. The scenery's good. So I feel like, yes, the complaint is still fair. I hear it. But it's not the end all and the be all and end all of it. And I think people should give it a go first. And you know what? If they still feel it's too short and nothing else makes up for it, fine. But I feel like some would be pleasantly surprised. Oh no, Bill, no doubt. No doubt. The plan is to build out my my stock and the routes. I do plan on getting my hands on all the routes. What flavor you got, Sammy? Is it the red one? The red kind? If you enjoy those routes, Wayne, then you can only enjoy this one, mate, to be completely honest with you. And look, I'm gonna be playing it from the day after release, so if you want to wait, and see how it looks on here, you can do that as well. That's part of the reason I tried to get my hands on DLC very early on. But yeah, if you really enjoy a route like that, then you can only enjoy this one. The Class 378 as well, very, very easy to drive. It's a breeze. So, although that's not to everyone's liking, I know some people prefer to have a challenging drive. But that's the nature of these Electro Stars. Lime and mint. I had a lime and mint drink. What's that brand? San Pellegrino. Is it San Pellegrino? No, San Pellegrino is alcohol, no? That can, the fancy can that they always do fancy flavors. I had a mint one of that, and I don't know really like it, man. If I'm being honest, I don't know. I'm a fan of mint in tea, being Moroccan, naturally, but in cold drinks, I don't know. I always feel like it tastes a bit weird. Although maybe I just haven't had the right cold minty drink. Yeah, absolutely, Simon. Absolutely. That's what Johannes said yesterday as well. Realistically, to do a longer route, God knows how long it would have taken the fella. And we would have been the first to complain. Oh, it's been on the roadmap for 9 months. It's a myth. Start making all the jokes we've been making about the 420. Oh yeah, the build. Yeah, no doubt. Hello, Tim. How you doing, mate? Oh, it's San Pellegrino. Okay, yeah. It was a San Pellegrino drink. And it was nice. It was refreshing, right? But flavor-wise, nah. Didn't do it for me, man. Lemon mint drink. Sounds like something you'd get at like a Turkish shop. Yeah, I mean, the 66 services, I don't know. I can't imagine them being super excited. I think they drove freight in the previous stream, but I'm yet to reach that point. So I can't comment on it officially, but I can't imagine it being anything super exciting. It's just going to be a, half an hour freight drive probably. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to be, but... That was a horrible stop. Still within station limits, which I think is the main thing, but according to the actual stop marker, that was atrocious. The Blaze Express. Yeah, fair enough, Wayne, in terms of not rating routes based on how many people developed it. However, it does help, I guess, with like value, and as well, I don't think it'd be a bad thing to support someone who is willing to put in that level of work and passion. Opinions on Supermalt, I have no issue with it. I used to have it regularly on stream. I just don't really. I used to always get it in like at events, like church events, because I the church I used to go to had would do a lot of events, and obviously Black Church in the UK, there's going to be Supermalt. But yeah, there hasn't really been like an event or like a wedding or anything that I've attended that have had Supermalt in abundance. But I'm a fan of it. Okay, Nabel. Dumb headsets. I guess you're referring to Matt's famous cat is. The brakes on this thing are crap, Tim. I don't think so. They're crap right now because this is what we're hauling. We're hauling like two full formations. But I did a scenario yesterday where we were just driving, I think it was like 4 or 5 locos joined together. And it was fine. It was but the dynamic brakes, I was only using dynamic brakes the whole way through. And yeah, they were pretty good. 66 services with a lot of weight in at signals. As long as it's not overdone. Although once the 86 is out, they do a modern version. I don't know how a third-party studio hasn't thought to do another UK loco, freight loco. Like it's one of the most requested things for years. Like surely it's easy money, man. Even sell it for a tenner, easy money. People will gobble it up. It's a no-brainer, and it's just a loco. You don't even have to make like wagons for it and scenarios. And, you know, it would be nice, but the loco itself, substituting in for the 66 wherever it appears, would honestly be enough. Yeah, Tim, there is a delay. Fair enough, there is a delay. But in my opinion, once they kick in, I don't know. I personally have no complaints. With some horns, that would be Harry. Harriet. You have to have an LGBTQ history to work at Dovetail. I think you have to have an LGBTQ history to work anywhere these days. They're getting the class 66 for Germany. That would be cool. I think somebody's working on that, right? Somebody's currently working on that. I might be mistaken, but Nabil, it was you that sent me that video, right? Yeah, that's the one. Which is so sick. So sick. The next cargo line has a 20. A class 20? Don't you already have a class 20 in the game? Or have they like reworked it? 40 FPS I've used it. Oh boy. I haven't gone on that route in so long, and I'm happy staying away from it for a while. I haven't seen the roadmap, no ASR. I only saw Nabil sent me the video that they put out. I don't know how it hasn't got more traction and more views. The stuff looks incredible. Incredible. Wait, did he send me the roadmap, Nabil? I don't remember looking at it. I only remember watching a video. The roadmap is on the description and on the video. Maybe I've seen it then and I've forgotten. I was just wowed by the content itself. Maybe if I take another look at it, it will just come back to me straight away. But as of right now, I've got no memory of it. Oh, a modern livery class 20. Okay. I mean, hey, that's progress. That's progress. Honestly, shout out to Skyhook, man. I think they're the most... If I had to put money on what studio would release another UK freight loco, it would be them. And to be honest, I'm surprised and a little bit disappointed that with all the UK freight stuff they've been working on and continue to work on, they haven't given us a new UK loco. Freight loco. Because they're actually coming out with some quality stuff. ETST 1.54 is live, yeah. But the beta though, right? It hasn't completely fully released. You're gonna have an EWS 37. An EWS 37? I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't know what they look like. Did I see the BR218 Christmas mod? No. What a 218 Christmas... Why, have they just put Christmas lights on the side of it, or what? What makes it Christmassy? Oh yeah, the 4024 EP. That's been coming out for a while. And there's another one as well, right? Another enhancement pack that's been coming out for a while. I don't know, Venus. FTFEP. Is that the one? I think so. Yeah, I think so. There was a mod release recently preparing for that. I think it was that. 37 in the red and yellow, like most of the 66s are in. There were loads. We don't really get much here in London, you know, Simon. I've seen Class 68s. I've seen Class 66s. I've only ever seen a Class 37 once. And that was when I was on my way to Southampton. And I saw a Class 08 as well, which was quite cool. I was geeking out internally over that. In London, mainland London, all we get are 66s. Like, as annoying as it is actually fitting that we only get 66s in the game. But I rarely see the EWS livery. Rarely. It's mostly the Freightliner livery, Colas. I don't think I've ever seen a DB red one either. Just for the difference that it actually looks good. I think the Christmas lights on here look good. I'm not gonna lie. I actually think they look pretty good. But maybe it's because I've got nothing to compare them to. The US what is okay, Tim? Well, the thing is, Simon, you go on YouTube and see videos of like 37 seemingly everywhere else in the UK. Yes, ASR. Well, on West Coast Mail Over Shap, it's the older one. But from what I read, something that one developer said somewhere on the forums, and apparently they have access to the modern one as well. So I don't know why we haven't seen it. Yeah, Tim, completely understandable. Completely understand. Oh. So recently, TSW removed De Novo, however you pronounce it. Which I don't know why it was in the game anyway, because it's not the hardest thing to, you know, get your hands on things illegitimately. But I do wonder what that means for performance. For apparently it's meant to give better performance. I don't really know. But also for sailing high seas, I don't know whether that would be affected at all. Well, Simon, I've taken them. It's so interesting, right? Because when I was actively taking the suffragette line, it came into the game, and then I stopped using it as often, and I started using the Mildmay line more often. And guess what? They've now brought in the Mildmay line. So I don't know who's watching me. I don't know who's following me. But I'm not complaining. But I don't use it anymore. But when it was announced, I was using it often. That was very weird. Very weird. Hearing you talk about 37 and 66 made them sound like a street gangster. You know what? You know the funny thing is, in London at least, I don't know about other parts in the UK, but in London at least, we don't have any gangs, as far as I know, that are called like a number. Like they use numbers, but actually, no, tell a lie. No, tell a lie. Tell a lie. There are gangs with numbers for names. Guess there's W6 UK core as a class stage 6 Freightliner. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they patterned it for tier 4 for a new route, got the livery and everything. It would be on the front cover. I guarantee you, a Freightliner livery train, whether it be the 66, even better if it's another freight loco. I guarantee it would make the front cover. People should pay you to go on lines they want. Wait, what do you mean? People should pay you to go on lines they want. Hello, Dommy. Playing Bussim 21, I am so sorry. I think we say London has no gangs at all. I couldn't say that with a straight face if I tried. Someone got shot around the corner from me not too long ago. It's a separate game. Huh? You know what? I'm tempted to go back on it, but I don't want to. I don't even know what the hell I would do. Actually, to be honest, I've got a bit of a firewall hack to get like solo public lobbies so that I can do jobs without being bothered by somebody blowing me up. But it's just, I don't know, the days are gone, man. The days are gone. GTA 6 is around the corner. Like, why would I waste my time, man, realistically? TSW 6 will have Thomas on the cover and big signs in 500 Robux. Hey, I'm surprised they haven't like got like some form of payment for TSW Tycoon. Maybe they do, I don't know. Maybe they do and I just don't know about it. But man, I'm so disappointed they went down the route they did for that game. I understand, you know, making it for kids, aiming it at kids, you know, it's on Roblox after all. But you also have games that are really, really well done and somewhat realistic to a degree on Roblox. So why not, you know, appeal to both? If we're trying to reel in the younger audience to then, you know, later on in life get them into TSW, it would make sense to go down the route of like British Railways. So I should take bribes. Hey, I'm not opposed. Some extra cash from my pocket, I'll take it. You're struggling with online. I'll let you know, Nabil. Basically, it's like you create an exception for firewall in and out. And literally you just toggle it on and off. So if you do want to do a public lobby, you could just turn it off and then you can actually do a public lobby. Otherwise, bro, that's all I was using. Whenever I actually wanted to be serious, I would do and just like get money and stuff. I would just do solo public lobby. Although I'll be honest, I tried to find the page where I learned it some years ago and I couldn't find it. Fortunately, the settings are still saved in my firewall, but I don't remember the process of doing it. I would actually need to find the web page, but it's possible. Freightline had 86s too until a couple of years ago. 86s. Man, so many of these trains that I'll see in game that still run today, I would never imagine it. Like, never imagine without actually being told, hey, this train is still active today. Skype announced it will close. Shout out to Skype, man. Two things. Shout out to Skype, but shout out to Habbo Hotel. Although Habbo Hotel is still running, but that was a big part of my younger life. Fair enough, Wayne. I do want to capitalize on its popularity, although that's quickly fading away, I know. But I still want to capitalize on its popularity. And I think I could still play it the way I play Cyberpunk. You know, realistically, obviously it matters more when we're talking about a story-based game. But realistically, with any game, if I'm playing it in solitude, it's going to be a different and probably better experience, as I'm going to be more connected to the game if I'm not talking or having a conversation or feeling the need to chat. So I think as long as I'm streaming, I'm not going to be able to get away from that. It's going to affect me when I play GTA 4, when I go through the Mafia series and any other game I might play, even GTA 6. If I decide to stream the story, which I won't, I think I'm gonna, or actually no, I think I'll stream it and record it at the same time for YouTube. It's gonna affect me then as well. It is what it is. It's you know, it's the price you pay as a streamer. Nicely done. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the show. Let's see how you did. You like Bussin 21? Well, don't be in that case, my friend. I genuinely am happy for you. But I could not get into it, man. I could not get into it. Have you ever told raise you, Tim? Trust me, brother. Trust me. The first time I scammed, it was on Habbo Hotel. The first time I created the website, it was so I could scam on Habbo Hotel. The first time I engaged in an relationship with, you know, everything that came with that electronically, it was Habbo Hotel. Oh man, good times. The first time I experienced pedos, Habbo Hotel. Ain't no yapping from the bill. What do you mean ain't no yapping from the bill? Well, you've been you've been doing nothing but yapping. Hello, Mr. Nerd. What do you mean nice with saying I hate you? What did I say? I think Kingdom Come 2 is longer than Cyberpunk and Phantom Liberty. Good, more content. Listen, I need to grow, right? I'm very impressed with how much like the channel's grown in the past year, but there is so much I want to reach a ceiling way above what we're currently at. So I do have to bear that in mind as well and try and mix games that I actually want to play, games that you guys want to see, games that would be fun, and games that are going to grow the channel.
In this training module, you will be taken through the operation.
Your missus was screamed on that. That's why my little sisters weren't allowed to go on it. When Channel 4 did that documentary, my mum saw it and she was like, yeah, you know, I'm playing this anymore. So I used to get away with it being a boy and being a bit older and being a bit sneaky realistically. But my sisters were forced to call it off. Bro's gonna yap regardless. We're gonna see KCD2 stream. KCD2? What the hell on earth is KCD2? Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. For 5 years straight. Listen, if it gets views, why not? But obviously, if you know, you don't start complaining about it, and you know, I do have to. I'm gonna have to bear that in mind as well. Like part of the reason I stopped playing GTA was, you know, no one really wanted to see it. Well, there were a few of you that wanted to see it, but the majority of you who have helped build this channel didn't want to see it. SnowRunner, I feel like I've missed the curve when it comes to SnowRunner, Sammy. I'll be honest. Bro, so on KSI, I would absolutely love to grow to that level. Bro, Case as a judge on Britain's Got Talent, I didn't even know until my missus sent me a clip of it. That's levels. Absolutely ASR. Being an ambassador helped me grow, yeah. It would then kind of force me to do more TSW content, but I think I'll be happy doing that.
Now you've built up some speed. On level grades, you can coast to maintain your speed.
Why is KSI a melt, Sammy? I don't get the KSI hate, you know. Obviously, he's not perfect. He's definitely done some questionable things. But for the most part, generally speaking, that's a guy that's come from nothing and who's actually got hunger.
Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin
I've got nothing but respect for him, I'll be honest. There's so much hate towards him. I've got nothing but respect towards KSI. As someone who actually has been following him since his FIFA days. SnowRunner will never die. Well, the thing is, Sammy, I'm sure it's got like I think it's become one of those games with like a niche following. I don't think it's like as popping as it used to be. I do feel like it used to be a lot bigger than, you know, what it is now. Sammy, I know I need to do that, man. I know I need to do that. But how do I make? I'm not blessed with a very creative mind. I get little ideas every now and again. Sometimes I just get lucky, but I don't have like the brain that I've seen. Some people just seem to be gifted. My missus is one of them. Just seems to be very gifted when it comes to being creative. And I can't do that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not possible to make TikTok content out of TSW. You can make content out of anything if you wanted to, but I just don't have that brain. Yeah, the drama thing, Wayne. You just have to have thick skin, I think. You have to have thick skin and just not give a toss. Showing Trump kissing Musk's feet. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be interesting as well. Having AI videos of you making you seem like a very strange character. Maybe you are a strange character, I don't know, but AI would always make it worse. Well, that's the thing, Sammy. When you say enough, when it's like is enough, when is enough enough? That's what I love. The hunger. There is no enough. Do you get it? Yes, absolutely. He can retire. He could have retired a decade ago. If we're being honest, he could have absolutely retired a decade ago. But it's that mentality of just keep pushing, getting bigger, growing. Like I don't know. I love that mentality. I love that mentality. Just keep pushing the boundaries. Hello, Navi. Just seen that Hornby UK have a sale on. If you're interested in modeling, thank you very much. I'm sure knowing Hornby's prices, the prices are still going to be ridiculously high, even in sale. I could be wrong, but I think that. And I feel like that's a slippery slope, boy. I know once I start, I already have plans anyway. I'm just waiting for a particular time, but I do have plans to have some model trains. But I don't plan on, going the whole way, building like a proper set and everything. 30-second reviews on trains or routes, funny clips. And there is loads of stuff I can do. I know, man. I know. One thing I'm lacking with is motivation. That's one thing. I've reached a particular point where I'm no longer motivated. I'm not motivated to stream. I'm not motivated to make YouTube content. Not that I can even do that right now because my Premiere Pro is bugging out, and I think I just need to make the step to get it legitimately, which I'm going to do next week.
You are approaching the station.
And, one thing that really helps is motivation, man. And that's why I always say, don't be deceived. Motivation is an emotion. It will fade. And now that I'm moving simply with nothing but discipline, it's tough. Everything feels like work. So some days more so than others, but yeah, nonetheless, it's hard doing it without motivation. But I know I need to do it. I've been setting like reminders on my phone, writing down notes in capitals, make TikToks. I am trying to get onto myself about it, but I'm struggling. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't struggling. But I do take responsibility. It is on me to do it. There's no other way about it, really. And when I do get onto it and the ball gets rolling and, it all snowballs and then all of a sudden becomes easy and I see how quickly it's helping me grow, I'm going to be kicking myself that I didn't start earlier.
Good work. That concludes all of the basics of operating this train.
Rigging boxing matches. I didn't know about that. Is that based on facts or is that based on rumors? Trying to hide this hairline is crazy. Oh yeah, I don't have anything towards the pools. I don't have any I stay away from them. Why is Mr. Beast a scumbag? I know why Elon Musk is a scumbag, although there are many aspects about him that I do respect, but I also do know why he's a scumbag as well. TikTok is the place to go right now. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And how much would that be, Navi? 66 with a couple freight containers. Wayne, I understand you, my friend. I was literally dialoguing earlier, talking about it, and yeah, I would go 4 or 5 hours with. I'd be fortunate. I'd be fortunate if someone stayed longer than a couple of minutes, and I'd be even more fortunate if one person said something in chat. Even if it was a bot, I'd be happy. Hey, at least a bot has written something. You know, I've got something. So I hear you, bro, and it was hard, man. They're there. My streams are on YouTube. All my streams from 2021 are all on YouTube. Take a look at them. Hours and hours and hours of nothing. Especially the Fortnite streams, because I was streaming Fortnite for a few months. And then I went on to a set of Corsair. That gained me a bit more traction, but it was always TSW that you know, did the most in terms of like viewership. When I say the most, I'm talking still within single digits, but it was something compared to nothing at all. And yeah, that's why I was saying in Transport Legend earlier, don't do it because, you know, you want to make a lot of money or because you want to get tons of viewers, because you're going to be very frustrated a lot. Came to nearly 300 quid. And I'm not surprised, but I am. A guy I know started his TikTok account 4 weeks ago, has over 3,000 followers. 3,000 followers already. Knowing how difficult it is for me to get followers, even when I was posting regularly. Do the views, do the numbers match up? I'm wondering if they're bots. 3,000 followers in 4 weeks. Unless he's got like even if you go viral, sometimes the followers won't like match up. "100% predetermined outcome." I haven't seen any fights in recent years, but I watched the first few. I don't think they were predetermined, to be honest. Or maybe things have changed. I don't know. Yeah, I've never taken a liking to the pools nerds. I'll be honest. Again, you know, I haven't sat down with them, haven't spoken to them. There are things I don't know. You know, I try not to judge based on what other people say or, you know, what's popping, because you never really know what's going on behind the scenes. But from what I have seen, it's enough to make me feel a bit just like, nah. So sadly, for the most part, it's just opinions rather than facts, which is fair. But that's why I always tend to vet. Okay, you said this, so what's your source? I try not to jump on, you know, hate trains and I don't want to dislike. The thing is, right, generally talking, successful people get hate, and sometimes it's completely valid. Most times, from what I've personally seen, most times it's not. I don't know. I don't know why successful people tend to draw dislike and hate a lot of the time for not really much reason. But it's something that I clocked onto a while back, and so I always tend to try and form my own opinion. That's why I'll always say, when you guys will say something, where have you heard that? How do you know that? Is that fact or is that not fact? Not because I don't believe you or because, you know, I don't value what you say, but it's just, before I have an opinion towards another person, another human being, let it be based on facts, you know? too many times hate is thrown onto someone, they'll go and kill themselves, and then so everyone was hating on them. Why was everyone hating on them? But you were part. Oh, no one knew about this thing that was going on. No one knew about that thing that was going on in the background. By then it's too late. Why not just do your due diligence in the beginning? Treat a person like a human being. And then if truly they've warranted, they've made some bad decisions, or just decisions that you don't agree with, then yeah, by all means, feel however you want to feel again about them. But if you're just going to base hate and dislike and just general negativity because someone else said something or because you heard something, I don't like that. There was a girl who joined OnlyFans on her 18th birthday and she made over $1 million. Yeah, bad baby. But she was really popular because of her appearance on that show. And she already was, you could see it coming from a mile away from her character, the things she'd post. I think she's matured now a little bit, but yeah. Well, hey, if you happen to hear good things about me, very well. Listen, on this earth, there are people that will speak about me like I'm the devil. And then there are people that will speak about me like as if I'm an angel. And whoever you listen to, you will either be filled with hate and rage towards me, or you will absolutely adore me. But I will not have respect for you if you only hear one side and then that's it. I will not rate you if you adore me and treat me like I'm a god or an angel because you've heard good things about me, because I've done things that aren't great, and vice versa. Do I judge people? Will I buy them a drink, share a zoot them, yes or no, for the opinion of people quickly? You know what? And that's fair. If that's your, if that's like your, what's the word? Forget the word. If that's how you do things, then yeah, completely valid. Completely valid. Yeah, what Nabil said is very true. Nabil was the only person that used to be active in my chat. The only normal person, because there's also someone else that wasn't very normal. But he was the only normal person that actually engaged. And it made a huge difference. Just having one person you could talk to. And then yeah, I stopped streaming, and then he just randomly found me again. Well, I don't know what the chances of that were, but yeah, life has its ways. Love story of the making. What does my mother think of me? Honestly, I think proud for the most part, but also disappointed. I think I'm pretty neutral to most streamers. I mean, it just depends who you watch, Wayne, There's gonna be a streamer, whether you ever find them or not, who knows, but there is a streamer out there that is against all of your views. You have nothing in common. They do things that annoy you, and so on and so forth, and you will hate them. Yes, Sammy, yeah. Disappointed it's not to be good, nah. Disappointed for religious reasons. Let's have a look outside this train. Honestly, Navi, you're going to be disappointed, mate. But that is it. It looks like, I said this earlier, it looks like not a bad, but it looks like a very basic livery designer job. But this is the real thing. This is just the real thing. Yeah, in my opinion, not much of a looker, I'll be honest. But then I think that about most US locos, which all look the same to me anyway. I know that's gonna anger some of you. It is what it is. A lot of them look the same. I know they have some of their differences, but yeah. Yeah, but you know, watch them. Yeah, but it exists. You thought about a different reason, like what, Nabil? There's something out of the Eastern Bloc or a third world country. Yeah, there you go. It's yeah. It's a very well made DLC. In as a DLC, it's very well made. Very good model, very good sounds from what people who actually know this loco have said. Physics makes sense again from what people who know this loco have said. It comes with 3 scenarios, a 10-part journey mode, subs in, you know, an Antelope Valley line as well as San Bernardino. So I don't think it's worth $20, but as a DLC, it's good. The not so good time in my life. What do you mean, last year, Nabil? Or a different time? There have been a few of those. Not last year. I haven't been involved with drugs since like, well, a very long time. Nah, my parents didn't know about it at the time. I was only doing that for a short while anyway. Less than a year, I think, in total. The way I saw it, if I wasn't making enough money from doing it, like what's the point? The risks were way too high for the rewards. Why a long time and not never? Well, in order for it to be never, I would have to go back in time and rewrite history. They're good in their working time. I got kicked out of 16 with my parents for my pipe. I had a little pipe. I used to hide it in my boxing bag. I had a boxing bag in my room. Well played. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted. But yeah, I wasn't making enough money from it. Wouldn't recommend. Where was your pipe found, Sammy? I think I got lucky, but also I'm pretty sure my mum knew. But I think she knew, but she never had evidence. Because there were some times, like my bedroom would be stinking. And she would say, like, there's a funny smell, like, what's that? But I'm sure she knew what it was, but there was never any physical evidence. Cartel was searching. The cartel reels are so sick. It's so fun seeing what happens in the background. In your school back, Sammy, nah, too obvious, man. Too obvious. I was a huge ATS and ETS2 streamer, but conversed about all things global. Hate for what, Navi, though? Hate towards you for your views, or hate in the chat amongst each other, or like what? Hate aimed at whom? Oh no! Hate towards the stream, man. Oh no, that sucks, man. Well, that's why you get yourself a mod like Nabil and just get banning. Nothing's worth it to take away. I feel like the point at which you lose is when you give something else enough power that it dictates what you do or what you say. Like, I love all of you guys, but if I was headstrong on a particular view, no one can change my views, but a view or an opinion, let's say, or even something as light as like a game I wanted to play, I'm doing it. If I think it would be wiser to do like a poll, then fair enough. But aside from that, I'll give you guys a heads up now. Doing you for offensive weapon is disgusting, Sammy. And what, Navi? Were you banning? Were you banning these guys? Nabil, a poll can always be the answer. Can it be the right answer all the time? No. But it can be an answer. Then at least, right, it takes away responsibility from me. So if something happens that people don't like, it's no longer my fault. You guys voted for it. It's a good scapegoat. Participation-wise. I mean, as long as I do my duty, getting the word out there that there's a poll. If one person does it, or 20 people, or 100 people, it's out of my hands. It's above me now. It's above me. The ban button was red hot, and it just continued like that. You must have really offended someone. Usually, when you're on the right side of history, you will get a lot of hate. It's a phrase I've heard recently, and I agree. A poll about a poll, that would be interesting. Yeah, fair enough, Wayne. That's usually the safer way to play it. And, you know, sometimes it is smart to use wisdom. Sometimes, you know, depending on your environment, depending on who's around, yes, you say things, sometimes you don't say things. Doesn't mean that you differentiate from your opinion, but it's good to know when to be quiet. But in terms of, like, actually your opinion, I believe that should only be changed because you think it should be changed, not because somebody else has said that's wrong. I absolutely would like to know what started it all, Navi. What could have made people so mad? It's because I don't know if Nabil would know about it. It was a German company, right? Wayne, please write it in chat because I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it out loud. Pro life. And was it more of a US audience, Navi, that you had? Because I feel like on that topic, the American people are usually a lot more stronger, opinionated from what I see on social media than like Europeans or British people. No, that will not say it. When Wayne writes it, you'll know why I can't say it out loud. But it was a genuine name for an MP3 player. Yeah, there is that, Nabil, but I don't think this covers that. I think that's more talking to people directly. But in terms of just generally speaking your mind or having an opinion, I think that's different. Yeah, Nadia, I was saying, did you have more of a US based audience at the time? Okay, Nabil, yeah, fair enough. That's fair. Lots of Yanks. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like from what I see on social media, they tend to be a lot more stronger opinionated on that topic, and like even just politics in general. It's treated a lot differently than it is here. Like calling someone a liberal or whatever. Like there are cusses based on people. Like you wouldn't call someone here a Tory or a Lib Dem or a Labour voter as like a cuss, you know? Yeah, people can have arguments based on that, but generally speaking, you don't cuss people with that in mind. But in America, like, oh, you're a liberal, oh, you're a Democrat, like it's a cuss. Like Americans are very, very strong when it comes to politics and certain topics. Yeah, Wayne, people like that are very important. I think it's quite immature to have an opinion and have it dictate your relationships, and you know, be of a mind that's like, if you don't see things this way, we can't be friends. And you know what? People can do that. They're allowed. But I just feel like it's a bit immature to have that mentality. Have I heard what they're doing in Argentina? I've got no clue what's going on in Argentina. Yeah, it is a shame that it went that far, Navi. Yeah, sorry that you had to go through that, man. They're changing the low IQ nomenclature. What does that mean? What does any of that mean? I mean, I know what low IQ is, obviously, but I've never seen that word before or heard it. You 100% cost out people for being Tories, Sammy. I mean, again, you're allowed. But generally speaking, in the UK, you don't like. I wouldn't be trying to diss you and say, "Oh, you bloody Tory," or "You bloody, you know, Labour voter." It's just not really something we do. But obviously, when you find out someone has voted something, then you know, opinions can come out then. But in the US, when when someone does something, basically to call someone an idiot, you could say, "Oh, you're a liberal, or you're a Democrat." Like, it's used interchangeably with being a fool. If anyone votes for this political party, I'll stop my friendship with them. I mean, hey, they probably, if you're someone that they stop being friends with for that reason, they've done you a favor, in my opinion. Argentina is literally, I have no idea. I don't look at news, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I admit, but I don't look at news. And I'm at peace. I'm content. If something is crazy and it breaks out, I'll either hear it from you guys or it'll pop up on my explore page on Instagram. Other than that, I'm at peace. Saying that my best mate's a Tory, but I rip on. Yeah, you'll be doing me a solid, Nud. You'll be doing me a solid, mate. Honestly. What do you mean it will be called officially an idiot? What do you mean by officially? Like it's gonna be on their documents that they're an idiot? If you come on stream and it's just a skeleton when all London Bridge has fallen. That's even worse, Navi. The fact that it was a debate, like it was open for people's opinions. And, you know, it still ended in you being... in hate being thrown towards you. That's... I don't know. And I don't know why people could not just get away from watching you. You know, unfollow, just F off, basically. Rather than giving you their time, their effort, their viewership. just to spew hate. Yeah, Nabil, thank you. I appreciate it. I very rarely get Moroccan content in general. It's a shame. I would like more. But yes, I do appreciate the news. In the documents and on the law. So give me an example, ASR, of where it would be written that you are an, you know, not you specifically, but somebody is an idiot because, you know, their IQ is very low. You know what, as Sammy's given his choice, I would say it's... I think I'm inclined to say I'm against it in general, but I would be inclined to say it would have to be both of them because they, in the creation of life, it was both of them. And you know, if the gentleman genuinely wanted kids, and that was why, you know, he had those relations, it wouldn't be fair to not include him in the decision making. Yes, it is a woman's body, but she also, in engaging in that, she agreed that could happen. That's a possibility. You know, I'm happy for you to release within me, knowing what could come from that, knowing that you could be wanting that. And I feel like to take it away, you know, it was both parties played the decision in the beginning, and I don't think it would be fair for then only one person to have a say. It actually affects men a lot more than you would think, generally speaking. Why is it interesting, Nabil? The Hyundai trains in their capacity from work. Okay. Although low key, ASR, I don't know, brother. Like, I don't know, man. If it was work that was, you know, you needed to be on job for, I'd kind of understand that you wouldn't want someone who's, you know, not smart. But then, isn't it globally that you'd look at somebody's qualifications before you hire them for a position anyway? And so if somebody meets your criteria, you'd know that from the beginning. One night stands are a different matter. However, if the woman is part of the only time I would say the guy has no say is if it was non-consensual from the woman's side, because it's not like I think we forget a lot of the time that men also get abused that way. But even if it's a one night stand, if both parties agree we're gonna do it this way, then I'm sorry, it also takes both parties to make that final decision. Sounds worse than the actual thing. Oh, Sammy, I'm trying to be as family friendly as possible. At the same time though, ASR, there are people that are talented and gifted but mentally not smart, and I think it wouldn't be fair to take away opportunities from them. Some people do very well academically but are very poor with their hands and are not really gifted in anything, and vice versa. Yeah, ultimately, Navi, I am not filled with rage at somebody who has a different opinion. Like, you know, you feel differently, you have a different opinion. That's good. That's good. It'd be very boring if everyone was all sheep and everyone had the same opinion. See, I think he filled her up is even worse. So, you know, we can agree to disagree. They won a double-decker train order worth around 2.2 trillion. Jesus Christ. Company said on Wednesday it marks the biggest order secured. Well then, okay, well what's wrong with that? Or why is that interesting compared to like a different company doing things a different way? Nerd, I think I try to be family friendly, but I don't like police it. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like ultimately I'm PG. Mostly family friendly, but you know, with the odd cuss here and there or swearing or whatever it may be. They're up to their ears. That is just diabolical. Loaded in a dishwasher. Jesus Christ. Threw her back like a shotgun. And you had something to say about what I said. There's no way. There's just no way. M-rated. What's M-rated? Is that a thing? Oh, sexual material. I mean, that's you lot. I think my rating is different from the chat's rating. Like I said, I don't police it, so you know. It is what it is. Driving sexy trains. I don't think I would call this train sexy personally. I mean, if you do, you know, more power to you. I would bet that it's not the most popular of opinions, though. I haven't properly explored this train, like seen all the buttons that you can press and stuff like that. Safety systems, I've just been using the keybinds for them. And everything else is just what I've been instructed to do in scenarios. Lights, reverser, brakes, brake cut off. Whoa, I'm at like 30 frames. 40. Why? I cannot wait till I get my hands on this PC, man. Nerds, do you think with a laptop with an RTX 3050 can comfortably be used as a streaming PC? I think it can. But, I don't know, man. Mobile... Is it a 3050? I think it is a 3050. Oh no, I'm going to continue playing TSW on this one. This can play TSW fine. 4K max settings, starter free for the most part. Now this is a surprisingly... Well, it's not surprising to be honest, but this is a very capable PC. But it's just when I'm streaming at the same time, that's when it becomes problematic. Can't police all your viewers will disappear. I don't know. Would you guys like completely stop watching me if I started being like super strict on like in chat with like, let's say, topics that I discussed or swearing? Not that I've got any plans, but I'm curious as to where, like, how far that loyalty lies. Ah, fair enough, Nabil. Oh yeah, wasn't there a conversation not too long ago that would be where it was said that Hyundai had like some problems? Yeah, TSW generally runs bad, but my PC runs it. smooth, completely fine. Why not get a good capture card for your PC? Well, I'm gonna get one, but I would need somewhere to capture the soft stuff to, innit? Somewhere to send the footage. Is on the right side or the left? Right. You're the first to be banned, nerd. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, valid, Sammy. Valid point. And I appreciate that. I don't just appreciate. I'm honored. Genuinely honored. Because going back to what Wayne was saying earlier, man, like, look, yes, every streamer will stream a game that, well, hopefully, a game that they enjoy, a game that they would be playing off stream anyway. But every streamer also expects to have people watching them. That's why they're streaming. Expects to have people that you know they can dialogue with, and you know. Streaming for hours and hours and hours, day after day after day, with nothing, no view. Some days the viewership number would just stay 1, and it would be me watching myself on my phone, let alone somebody chatting, you know. Boy, just to have an active chat is beyond a blessing, let alone loyal members, someone who would actually be willing to pay to support me, which is that in itself is just, yeah, just mad, just wild. Like I've always intended for LWD to be something that rolls in finances, but it's different planning it or setting goals to it actually happening. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Nabil. Although, like, you don't really often hear of like train disasters. So maybe they're not might be the the experience you'd get in a first class carriage in the UK, for example, or in Europe. But at least they're somewhat safe. Yeah, honestly, Sammy, I'm happy that I've got like 10 or so of you, or a little bit less than 10, who will come here regularly, genuinely have a chat, just be solid, solid guys. I think that's better than having, let's say, 200 viewers concurrent, as nice as that would be. But I don't know anyone. There's not much in the way of conversation. There's not really much in the way of any further support. Yeah. As a rapper once said, I forgot who it was, and as I'm sure many people have said before, I'd rather 10 lions than 100 sheep. A similar devs play in CCS tram. Why is that no? Why is that a bad thing? Can they not have lives? Can they not have hobbies? God forbid a developer has hobbies. Be stuck with us while we put into existence. I mean, hey. Have I complained? Well, I think that's the main thing, though, Nabil, innit? Like, yes, it's, eventually we move on to, more comfort and better quality in general, but I think the foundation should be safety, and I'm glad that seems to be in place, especially in Morocco. I'm glad that, we don't have scenes that you sometimes see in other countries with people standing on roofs and sitting on the front of the train, hanging out the windows. Because I really feel like knowing Moroccans, I'm just grateful it's not that. Because it could be. It really could be. And part of me is almost surprised that we don't do that there. We'll leave the hanging on the back of buses as, you know, as bad as it will get. Yeah, they're not new to the game, Wayne, but they just haven't had, from what I understand, the best track record. But they're valid. They're valid to a degree. Oh, this is the area where that person went missing in that one scenario. But the person never really existed. It was nothing more than a figment of our imagination. What, in Morocco, Nabil? How? They made the MBT and Metrolink cab cars. Oh, yeah, Hyundai Rotem, right? That's like the government name of these trains. Oh, you asked and they were just like, yeah, why not? Sounds about right. Listen, in this life, if you don't ask, you won't get. My wife reminds me of it regularly. If you don't actually go for something, you won't get it. You'll be surprised at how much doors open up for you if you just move forward. No, the missing guy was nothing more than a flipping flare. I used free cam, flew there, and there was just a flare on the ground. That was it. There was no one there. Did they let you in the boat to just like have a look, or like were you actually there during the journey? Cyberpunk-like cooperation. They do make quite a bit of things, innit? Cars, trains. What other stuff do they do? I've seen their name on so many things. I can't remember at this moment in time. He's playing hide and seek. Should have hired a sniper to find him. A sniper would have found him probably. Did you actually get out of the cab, nerd, and like walk towards the flare? Going TSW is probably just bugged. They build tanks as well. Jesus Christ, that I didn't know. Oh yeah, fair enough, Nabil. Fair enough, man. Did you manage to get any footage, any pictures, any videos? You know what, nerd? I am so glad I didn't waste my time. Like, I always wondered, was it just a matter of his character model not spawning because I was too far away, even though I'm using free cam? And I always wondered if I actually got out of the train and walked there, would the guy have spawned? And I'm glad that I didn't waste my time. And they've got the audacity for you to, that when you get to the end of the scenario, to say, oh yeah, it could have gone better, basically, or something of it. Basically, there's a message that makes you feel bad that you didn't save the guy. Nonsense. Late afternoon, your phone died. That is such a shame, man. Why do your phones always tend to die at the worst time? I went to see Future in concert, and you know I was recording all the starting acts. Some of them are really good, big names. You know, recording. The moment Future came on, my phone died. Hello, Mr. Hamburger. Why? I don't know, brother. I don't know. You know, I wake up every morning thinking to myself that very same question. I don't know. Why are you so cool? Why are you so cool? Max doing that thing again. I mean, what can I say? It's been fine and now it started doing it. This is the best example of what on earth can I do? It's one thing for it to start from the beginning with no reason for it to happen. But for it to happen now, as it's been fine, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think that needed to be that bright. Thank God, like I don't have like a HD or like a monitor that can go up to like 1,000 nits. Ridiculous. Why is it foggy all of a sudden? I guess maybe have we climbed to like the clouds, but no, we're going downhill. I don't know how high we are. I know Sammy's probably a bit high. I don't know how high we are in the game though. Get the dynamic brakes on, son. Reckon Matt has done it on purpose. The world does end, yes, eventually, nerds. Thank you, Nabil, yes. I've been aura farming these last couple of days. This is, you know what, funnily enough, today has been beautiful. From the morning, it's been nothing but sunlight, few clouds here and there, and right now, just blue skies. Surprisingly. Well, I'm planning on getting off in 45 minutes, Sammy. But I'm actually having quite a decent time. So I don't know if I'm going to continue. Could finish at 6. Could finish up a little bit later. I don't know. $24-hour stream now, nerds? I think not. Well, Sammy, I think there might be an evening stream today. So if anything, I'll see you then if I don't see you later on. Now. Nabil, what? I'm not gonna lie, I'm very hungry. So I'm probably gonna come off after this, after either this run or the next. Have a bite to eat. I do want to work on like video content, but my Premiere Pro is all over the place at the moment. I don't know. Maybe I can use the time to make those TikToks, eh? There is no evening stream in the schedule in the bill, no. Because I forgot that I'm off today. Looking forward to what? To which update? Oh, you're replying to the bill. All right, Sammy. Have a good one, mate. Thank you for hanging around. Ah, I pray for the manifestation of that nerd. See, that's the kind of things you should be saying. That's the kind of things you should be putting into the atmosphere. Not that I'm gonna crash. I don't know why my game's running at 10 FPS, by the way. Like, it's like, what could possibly be around here that is impacting FPS so much? Yes, Wayne. Yeah, it will be Cyberpunk. Are you still thinking about mod status, nerds? Welcome to the AI club. What's happened to the frames? What could possibly be causing that? It's the missing guy causing the slow FPS. No, what's actually going on though? This is like really bad. I'm at like 20. Or maybe even less. Out of nowhere as well. We've been at a constant 60. I don't think anything's running in the background all of a sudden that wasn't running before. What, is my microphone still sounding weird? That was only a one-time thing with the performance of Cyberpunk. That was when I came back to it after not playing it for a while. God knows what was going on that day. But it since sorted itself out. It's something on the left. When we were facing right, it was fine. Now that we're going this way again, it's messing up. I'm gonna try something. As I am wondering recently whether it might be Nvidia broadcast that's like causes some problems. So I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna completely remove my webcam for a sec, and I'm gonna completely disable Nvidia. I'm gonna close Nvidia broadcast completely, and just see whether it still tweaks. Okay, so that also means changing my microphone settings, but it should still sound okay. But just out of curiosity, it sounds better than before already, does it? Well, I mean the game's also running smoother, so I am wondering whether it is a an Nvidia broadcast issue. The crackling is gone. See, yes, this is very interesting because a lot when I was playing Cyberpunk, one of the last few times when I had the issue, I changed my microphone source from Nvidia Broadcast to to the microphone directly, and it didn't help. But I think I still had Nvidia Broadcast open in the background. So now that it's completely gone, I do wonder whether it's got a part to play. TikTok streamers be turning off the face cam when they vape so too. Oh yeah. That is a thing. Yeah, I think any program that does something to the webcam, Wayne, really overworks the CPU. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it. The only issue with my microphone being like this is that it's open to background noise, which I don't like. It's not very professional. And I could set up filters and stuff myself on OBS. But the last time I did that, I don't know, I just wasn't really content with them. The interesting thing is now, even on my second, so I'm using my iPad as a second monitor, and even on that, OBS is running fine, whereas it's been lagging this whole time. So there's definitely performance that's been freed up. And I do sometimes wonder, because I did used to stream TSW at 4K completely fine. And then all of a sudden, it was no longer fine. And I do wonder whether that was the time when I started to use Nvidia Broadcast. Less often while streaming, the better. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Am I already part of a TikTok agency? I wish. Alright, no, have a safe drive, mate. Take care. Yeah, Wayne, I'll say that I will be streaming tonight. I'll say it as officially as I can. It's not a matter of like 50-50 or anything. So yeah, by all means. Give me a second as well, boys. Need to use the bathroom quick. All right. To be fair, what I could do is I could still have my webcam, but just without any filters, so without any there won't be like a picture, you know, my favorite train picture or oh, I can't get it to open. Every time I click it, it goes back into the game. Why? Why is it doing that for? Anytime I click anything, it goes back into the game. Okay, well, I guess there's just no more webcam for today. So it's been great. Now you'll just enjoy my voice. You know what? I do wonder if the game will just run fine now, as it runs. Maybe Nvidia Broadcast was the issue, although, I don't know because it's always open. Like even when I'm not actively using it, it's open. But maybe I don't know. Could it have been a webcam thing? That's the beautiful thing with tech, innit? You never know. Oh, and OBS is lagging again anyway, so I guess closing it wasn't the miracle it initially seemed to be. Oh my god, why is there no tail lights on the rear? Does marker lights on though? But clearly they're not. Interesting. I guess that's just a bug then. Okay, I think I might call it after this run. Got about 10 or so more minutes. Take us to 20 to 6. Because I know the next part of this run is quite lengthy as well. I think the whole thing is like, what, 2.5 hours? If I'm not mistaken. How long have you been playing British Railway for, Nedbo? You've been going on for a while. Have you not been playing it longer than I've been streaming? Yeah. You were playing with ASR earlier, right? Was it ASR or was it lasagna? Or was it both? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll get back into OMSI soon. Maybe springtime? Spring or summertime? I guess depending on your understanding of soon. That might be a bit longer than expected, but still. I'll get back into it at some point, basically. Why is it diabolical? Listen, I'm just being honest, innit? It might be that. I'm not saying 100% it will be that. It could be, you know, way earlier. Low key. It could also be way later. But at some point this year, innit? At some point this year, OMSI will make a return. Just never uninstalled. I haven't uninstalled it. I haven't uninstalled it. It's still there. I've learned my lesson, man. It's too much work uninstalling and reinstalling. Like Tracesim Classic, I haven't touched that in a while, but you know it's there. Still installed, ready to go whenever I decide to play it. OMSI 2, the same thing. Don't worry. I won't make you go through that. Is Transport Legend currently streaming? I didn't say I was going to give him a raid. He's not? Okay. Who should we raid then, Nabil? Or anyone else that has somebody they want to raid? No one on your list, okay. Kai said that's not streaming, nah. You can create free private servers in British Railway. Okay. I'll bear that in mind. I don't think there's a need for it right now. But it's something to bear in mind. Thank you for letting me know. It is good to know, yeah. It is good to know. For sure. If you catch me spending money on Robux, you need to give me a slap. I will consider paying your ticket to the UK, locating me, and then just give me a slap. It cannot be that bad. I don't know, man. That's kind of wild. What's also wild is paying to get into a game like that plane one. Like, it actually looks pretty promising. Ratings were good, but it costs just to play. Nah. I don't care how much 50 Robux is worth. Yeah, it could be 50p. I'm not. Nah, man. We ain't doing that. Okay. We ain't doing that. Nah, they don't be like that with me. Because you gotta bear in mind, I don't even play Roblox regularly. There should at least be like a demo version or a free trial. You play it for like an hour and then it kicks you out and you have to pay or something. You know, like you're paying for something and you don't even know if it's gonna be worth it for you. It's not great, really, is it? This chat is bringing back memory. Yeah, it's gone very quiet all of a sudden, hasn't it? Continue on to what? It doesn't tell you what comes next. Just a mystery. It's a lucky dip. Yeah, part 2 is a whole hour. We'll definitely leave that for. Oh yeah, I don't think I've put tomorrow down on the schedule, have I either? But there might be a stream tomorrow. I'll have to announce that one at the time. This artwork's. The game is literally the game. The game is literally the game. I am gonna leave it there, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for your support today. Nabil is the only one here left currently talking. I don't know who's going. I know Sammy's going. Wayne, if we're still around. Anybody who's partaken, sorry, in chat, in the stream. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And there'll be a stream tonight. I'll announce it on the Discord now. But there'll be a stream tonight, a Cyberpunk stream at the usual evening stream time of 9 p.m. GMT. They usually said every name at the end of the stream. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a throwback. See, that's what separates the real ones from the fake ones, is remembering certain things. Hey, look, it's a testament to how far we've grown in it, and I also don't want to make the mistake of leaving anyone out and making anyone feel bad. So I'll use that as my scapegoat reason. But yeah, there'll be a stream tonight. I'll hopefully see you guys then. If not, I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow. Again, if there is a stream tomorrow, I'll update the Discord. Type in !Discord in the chat for the link to the Discord if you're not already a part yet. You are more than welcome to join the community. We've slipped down. We're at 100 members. We've gone down to 98. So help us get back up to 100 and beyond. Give me a follow as well if you haven't already on Twitch. Just a cheeky subscription on YouTube as well. Consider becoming a member. Considering subscribing on Twitch as well. That would be greatly appreciated. And until next time, have a lovely rest of your evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health as well. Thank you, Nabil, for the link, my friend. And until next time, peace out.